AJ for the Pat and AJ Post Show for a Thursday. It is the 4th of September. Hopefully you're caught up on your days after the extended 3-day Labor Day holiday.
I'm not, but it's awesome that tomorrow's Friday, so that's all I really care about.
Tomorrow not only being Friday, tomorrow is actually our wedding anniversary.
It is. We're legit now. 5 years.
5 years. I'll never forget our anniversary because you worked in Appleton, Green Bay, Wisconsin radio, and the station you worked at was 95.9.
And that's our wedding anniversary.
95.9. That's how radio people remember stuff. Frequencies.
What's the gift for 5 years?
Wood.
So I'm supposed to give you wood?
I can give it back, too.
That's an easy gift.
But I finally do feel like we're official, even though we've been married for 5 years, together for like 8, because as of yesterday, we have joint bank accounts.
Yes, as of yesterday.
I know.
Pat will tell people this. Like, he'll tell a stranger on the street that we don't have joint bank accounts.
No, just because you always acted like I was overreacting when I would say, why don't we get joint accounts? And you would always be like, I don't know why it's not
I just never thought it was that big of a deal, and I'm kind of like a very independent person, so it was weird for me to join bank accounts.
She has such an independent streak.
I know.
I'm shocked she changed her last name. Blatantly.
I did change my last name.
But so, yeah, it's the first time ever, and I feel like we are now like Congress trying to balance a budget because all the money is going into one pot, and normally before we would do the thing like I paid a few bills, you paid a few bills, you had your own bills like student loans and whatnot.
Yeah.
I had my own bills, credit cards, and now it's like it's all in this big general fund, and we got to figure out what money's going where.
No, what's going to change is that I'm going to have to tell him when I'm going to Target to drop $100 because he'll see it anyways.
Yeah,
so
now
I got to let him know.
All those dresses that show up that have the tags on them for like 2 years, I can prevent that from happening. I'm also here to pick a little bit of a beef with folks out there who believe they're funny. Now, there are funny people out there. I am fascinated by stand-up comedians.
It's a super hard profession. If you've ever watched like documentaries or just listen to a stand-up comic talk about what they do, it's super difficult.
I mean, we worked with comics closely before when we hosted comedy nights, and I think it's one of America's last true great art forms that hasn't been corrupted yet by big business and stuff.
But it's just like anything else.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody can be a stand-up comic because not everybody's funny, and that's okay. That's what makes us all different. Is that we can't all do what other people do.
They say there are funny people and then people who are funny. Okay, two different things. Now, due to the rise in social media, I've seen comics start complaining about this, and now I see it too, and I'm going to start complaining about it. Stop lifting jokes and copy and pasting them into your Facebook feed and your tweets. We all know you're not that funny.
Seriously, I have two people that I follow on Twitter, and I know them personally. It's not just some random person I follow. And I know that they're not, like, super witty, like, they can't just come up with a joke like that, but magically they come up with these hilarious knee-slapping one-liners. And I recently started Googling those one-liners and realizing that they didn't come up with those jokes.
That's right. You don't even know the blood, sweat, and tears that comedians put into writing these jokes. These guys often work for little to no money every night.
Especially one-liners.
Oh.
You ever seen a one-liner comedian? It's really,
do you know how much
really
material
hard.
they have to write to fill like a 20-minute set or something?
Like,
it's amazing.
It's totally fine to tweet out a funny joke that somebody else came up with.
Give them credit.
Give them credit for it. I'll still laugh at your tweet. I think that's funny. It's just, it cracks me up when it's people I know, like, they can't even be funny in conversation, especially if they're really serious people, but then they're hilarious on Twitter or online.
You don't even know. And I've hung out in the inner circles of comedians, and they are insane, all of them. And they own the
That's why they're so good at what they do.
But the cardinal sin in the rule of stand-ups is stealing material. I mean, there have been guys whose careers were killed. Carlos Mencia's career was killed because of him stealing material.
Dane Cook was accused of lifting material from Louis C.K. In fact, well,
Dane Cook did take Louis C.K.'s material.
They addressed it in an episode of Louis. Like, he did a guest spot on it to actually talk about it.
I mean, there have been comics taken out back at a comedy club by other comics, you know, taken care of because of stealing material. So look, just stop. If you think it's funny, copy, paste it, and then say written by, because that poor guy is making like $14 performing at an open mic tonight. All right. So there you go. Hey, we're gonna try to be funny tomorrow morning without.
We're gonna try though.
We'll probably fail. While you're here on the YouTube channel, subscribe, give it a click. You'll be the first to know about all of our videos as they pop up. And we'll talk to you tomorrow on the Post Show.